Even being 24% of software developers, women represent less than 10% of open source contributors. Only a few women join, and they disengage sooner than men. When women are in, their contributions are more often accepted than men's. So what's happening there? Why are women not joining and not staying? My research aims to increase women's participation in open source and is structured in stages. The goal of the stage one was to explore the human factors that act behind the decisions to participate or not in open source projects. First study was about the career pathways, having data collected through 17 interviews with successful, well-recognized contributors. They told a story about their career journey, and using qualitative analysis, we built a diagram with the different start points, types of contributions, and the pathways they followed in open source. Besides the project-centric roles that we all know, open source includes also community-centric roles that contributors play, sometimes being hidden figures with different backgrounds and skills. The second study was held to update the current motivations that open source contributors have to join and to continue contributing. We consolidated questions from the 4 more cited studies of open source motivations into a questionnaire answered by 224 contributors and used both qualitative and quantitative analysis to find how the motivation shifted from 20 years ago and how does it shift since joining. After the first 2 studies, we thought, yeah, successful contributors are well recognized. What else makes them successful? Do they feel successful? We interviewed 27 contributors and received 193 answers to a survey about what means success in open source. We qualitatively analyzed their definitions and found that success is dynamic, multifaceted, and a complex concept, including both objective metrics and subjective perceptions of accomplishment, and can help to predict what the contributors are seeking for their future. After having a segmented analysis by gender of the 3 studies, we noticed that factors that influence women decisions are different and should be investigated separately. We started the stage 2 by running a systematic mapping study of the literature. We investigated the women's participation in open source, in what frequency they participate, what characteristics of women who contribute, how do they contribute, to what extent are their contributions being accepted, what motivates women to participate, what challenges do they face, and what strategies have been proposed to increase women participation. Besides database search and snowballing, we also contacted the most prolific authors. We extracted data and employed mixed methods to analyze information from 51 primary studies for the 7 RQs. Next stage will happen in 2 large communities, Linux and Apache, where we are going to design and implement strategies to increase women. The plans will be based on fostering women motivations to join and stay, reducing their challenges, and supporting their perceptions of success to avoid women to look after success somewhere else. Imagine a woman who joined open source as a volunteer by ideology and altruism. After being there, she realized that open source could help her career. The more contributions she makes, the more extensive the portfolio will be. She is currently a volunteer at Project A, but believes that success is making a living from open source. If Project B offers a position to hire her with a high salary and health plan to work full-time, she will probably quit the job and also leave Project A to join Project B. The equation is not over yet. If lack of peer parity is a challenge for her and she is the only woman in Project B, maybe it impacts her decision to go or not. My contributions will support society by helping women to have more job opportunities in open source, practice as open source teams need diversity to be more productive, educators who can approach the challenges being faced by women in classroom with students to improve awareness and discuss solutions, and researchers as the framework of human factors being proposed can be generalized to attract and retain other populations besides women to other domains besides open source. Thank you.